Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stump back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, doing a bit of a should you summon on the worldwide unusual United Front Sugo Fest that will be going live basically as of like 4 hours from when I release this video. I know a lot of people do struggle when it comes to anniversary exclusive banners. They think, well, like, should I summon? Should I not summon? Should I save my gems? Like, what should I do? So in today's video, we're going to break down the parts, have a chat about the characters and what's still to come for this particular celebration, and what banner might be better off spending your gems on, whether it be saving for the big Super Sugo in May, or should you splash some stones here and see what you can get. Now, this one is placed in a time where literally, like I said, in about 3 to 4 months time, or 4 months time probably, probably closer to 3 actually. We're going into March, then you got March, April, May. Like, it's realistically only about 3 months, and these characters will return on the Super Sugo banner that has some bigger name characters, another anniversary exclusive. So you will be able to pick up these characters in May. So it does make it a little bit like, well, do I really need to summon here? Do I really need to spend my gems when I could just pick up these characters in 2 months' time? Remember, this is basically just a glorified version of the end of month batch. The timing of the banner is a little bit different. We're about like 4 days behind what we would usually see in an end of month banner, but realistically, this is just still a glorified version of that end of month batch, as these characters are going to be good in Grand Party, they're going to be good in Pick A, and that's stereotypically where that end of month batch does shine the most. So it is 12.5% red rate. That's pretty standard for these types of banners. 15% is usually reserved for New Year's and Super Sugos and stuff like that. But look, 12.5% red rate, it still is pretty nice. We have 2 new characters. Both of them are anniversary exclusives, and the banner does run until April 11th. So you have a very, very long time to summon. Like, very, very long time. So although the banners do go live today, like, you don't have to summon today. You have plenty of time to just sit, have a look at the content, decide whether if you need these characters or if you want these characters, because they will be good for, like I said, oh, my game's kind of lagged out a little bit. They will be good for, like I said, they will be good for the PK, they will be the highest point boosters, they will be good for the Blitz battle, which I know a lot of people like to rank in, so like that's where they're going to really show most of their value, is right here in the battle against S-Hawk, I believe it is, but it might be a little bit different. And then over here in Grand Party, they're also boosted in terms of their stats. Grand Party, like, you're not really worrying about them too much in Grand Party. Like, PKA is where they shine, but we've always been able to get away with the friend captain. Like, there's never been any issues in PKA, so you don't need to summon for them in PKA. The only real reason I can think of that most people would say, oh, but stop, I really, really need the character for an event, is this event right here. So, you know, if you plan on going hard in Blitz Battle, like, go for it. But, like, as always, I'll pump out my 57 videos that utilize different combinations of characters. If you did a few summons, if you did no summons, if you did lots of summons, then you'll be able to find a team to help you guys get to the milestone rewards. Honestly, with Blitz Battles, they're not worth your time. Blitz Battles by far, like, it goes like Blitz Battle is my like least favorite content, and then like everything else is above it. Like, it's just, and then the gap between that is just, it's miles. Like 10-star Kazuna is like creeping on it, but like the gap is still massive, like absolutely massive. So whether or not you decide to summon straight away, whether you wait until April 11th, whether you wait for part 2 or part 3 to come out before touching part 1, it's totally up to you guys. And if you are summoning, we'll go through like the parts and sort of I'll give you my opinion on what I think the best part is to summon, if you guys do want to spend some gems there. So we do have a new Jinbei and Stase as a rare recruit. Rare recruit characters are pretty much redundant nowadays. They're good for like certain events like Blitz Battles, and then like they're just never used ever again. We have so many legends in the game now that rare recruits, they're absolutely pointless. Very similar to free-to-play characters too. Once upon a time, like, free-to-play characters used to be so good. And it's a bit sad to see that they've just basically fallen off the planet. But we get 4 free pulls, 3 pulls of 10+1, and then you get 1 today. So you might get super lucky. You might pick up one of these anniversary exclusives on your free multi. It has happened to people in the past. There's always someone out there that picks up the new character. So if you guys do pick up the new character, come back to this video. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys managed to pick up either Lucci and Luffy or Zorakaku on your free multi. The Rainbow Gem sale will go from February 25th to March 28th. There's some pretty good gem packs for you whales out there. It's always nice to see, but look, at the end of the day, you guys should have some gems stockpiled from New Year's. If you guys have been saving, you should have a lot more than I do. But even still, like, I'm almost at 1,000 gems. So, like, they're pretty generous with currency when it comes to playing the game and being more of an end game player. But like I said, I've done summons on PvP banners, I've done summons on the Morley character treasure map banner, which I shouldn't have done, but like I have spent some gems here and there, so you guys should have a lot more. As for the event period, 25th, 26th, 27th, so the parts do go consecutive, which is great. I always hate it when they do like part 1 goes live and then 2 days later part 2 comes out. It's just way nicer to see it like this. I wish all parts came out at the same time, but look, beggars can't be choosers, right? All the way to April 11th, so like I said, you guys can decide where you guys want to summon and how you want to go about spending your gems if you are. Now, honestly, the title of this video is Should You Summon? And the short answer, the very short answer, is no. Like, if I'm being real with you, if you're a free-to-play player, you should not summon on this banner. Like, just skip it altogether. Do not touch it. Maybe come back to it, like, in April, if you're, like, got a shit ton of gems and you really want to do some summons. But, like, skipping this banner is going to help your stocks moving into Anniversary, the Super Anniversary, the 11th anniversary of the game. That's where we're going to see like the greatest characters of the year, alongside New Year's. Like these characters hold the most value. Plus, like these characters will be coming back. But if you are deciding to summon, we'll take a look at the parts. Also, something to know too is stereotypically with these worldwide celebration banners, we actually get a treasure map banner that has another anniversary exclusive character on it. So just be mindful of that when you guys are doing your summons. Like last year we had Cross Guild. Cross Guild came out on the treasure map banner, which is going to have all anniversary exclusives except for the new characters. So Zoro and Kaku and then Luffy Lucci will not be on the banner, but just be mindful that we will be getting a 99% certain, I am assuming here, but like I'm pretty confident that we will be getting another, maybe even 2, definitely 1, but maybe even 2, another anniversary exclusive, just like we got Cross Guild last year for the Feast and Foes campaign. I believe, I can't remember if this was the year before that, but we also got Sabo, this particular Sabo from the ASL batch. He came out on a treasure map banner. They've done it before with stuff like Zoro. Zoro came out on a treasure map banner for the, that was for, it wasn't for worldwide, that was for like the 8.5 anniversary or something like that. I can't really remember exactly what it was. But we will be expecting another anniversary exclusive banner, and that banner will be in place for treasure map, which obviously will help your runs out with treasure map, but we'll also have treasure map exclusive characters and other anniversary exclusive characters there. So if you're asking me, should you summon, if I'm a free-to-play player, like short answer is no. But this is one of the illustrious banners of the year because it is an anniversary exclusive. The way you should summon, it's completely up to your account. Part 1 will have both of the characters on it. So if you're like myself and you want to try your luck, we play a gacha game at the end of the day. Like, we're trying our luck no matter where we go. So if you're like myself, then diving in on part 1 is usually the play for me. I'll probably look at doing around 15 multis today. Ideally, if I get one of them early, I'll stop. But looking at the anniversary characters on part 1, it's very, very good. Very, very good. So if you're missing some of the other anniversary characters on part 1, it's definitely a play for you. But just be mindful that part 1 does not have one of the new characters guaranteed. It is an anniversary Sugo Fest exclusive character. So, and it's a limited pool. So there's a couple of characters they've thrown in there. You have a good chance at the new character, but you also have a good chance at not getting the new character. So as you can see, like we have all these dogshit steps. The 8th, 12th, 15th, 25th, and 20th pool are the big ones with the super limited steps, and then obviously the 30th being the limited anniversary exclusive pool. And then 10th pool has all posters have a 50% chance to get reds. Look, 50% of 0 is still 0, just be mindful of that. Like, you could get like a banger multi that has 9 to 10 reds in it, or you could literally just get a multi that has 1. Like, it's just chance at the end of the day. As for the rest of the parts, basically it's the same thing, except the first step doesn't have anything. The limited pool steps are drastically reduced, like you only have the 10th and the 20th. And then the Sugo First exclusive step does get increased a little bit, but it is in sacrifice of those more illustrious steps that part 1 has. However, part 2 and 3, you do get the guaranteed characters of Luffy and Lucci, and then Zoro and Kaku. So they will be over there on their respective banners. Again, if you are just chasing Zoro and Kaku, it's probably best to summon on part 3, where they are there. Like, it's their banner, I guess. And you have the opportunity to go to 30. Not that I would recommend anyone go to 30 unless you like really spend on the game. But even still, like that's a stretch. I don't want to say too much because I can usually be a hypocrite with that kind of stuff. But if you are looking at doing lots of multis for a particular character, like that's going to be the best place to go. The rates I find on part 1 and their own part are pretty much the same. So like if you're really sort of just shooting in the dark for a new character, then part 1 will definitely be an ideal part for you. So as you can see here, part 1 of the celebration does come out today, and it has some very, very good characters here. Actually, like you would not be upset with any of these characters. You have the 2 new anniversary exclusives. You have Kaido and King, who have a super special in PvP, which makes them great. Roger Rayleigh Gaban, who has a super special in PvP and is a staple on Free Spirit and Slasher teams, and is very, very good in regular play. So is Kaido and King. Cross Guild has showed their worth for the last 12 months. Like the Cross Guild has not fallen off at all on Slasher teams, on Driven teams. We haven't even really got more Cross Guild representation since then, so there's not a lot of clash. Obviously, we got the new treasure map buggy and some of the rare recruits for Cross Guild, but like there's been no real clash for these units to make it hard for them to run. Maybe 6+ Crocodile, you could maybe argue to me, like, but at the same time, like Cross Guild, what Cross Guild's doing is just fantastic. They're also a rush character, so picking up dupes here, like it's not going to negatively affect your account. Shanks is probably the weakest character on this banner. Good for PvP, but like not a stable side. Definitely suck in PvP, so not exactly the best. But then you also got Sabo. Sabo has definitely shown his value in particular PK events over the last sort of 12 months. Having the ability to remove Special Bind is awesome as a sailor, and then he has a very good support for chain locking abilities. He also does chain boundary stuff. He has a pretty good super denim ability too with Luffy's, but he's been out for a little while and lots of people have sort of maxed him out. And then obviously with the new Sabo coming out for anniversary, for the New Year's, he's kind of a little bit redundant now. As to the other characters, the Sugo Fest list is very interesting with Halloween Uta and the Sulongs. So Carrot, Neko, and Inu are on this particular banner as well. Not exactly the greatest character in content. I really like the design of them, but they didn't really function too well in the content that we were given. That doesn't mean that they can't. They're great for big damage teams when it comes to slasher builds. In PvP, if you get their level limit break at level limit break 5, man, they're going to do some tasty stuff. Now that they're on a banner, they're going to be a little bit easier to pick up dupes, and you can do some pretty fun stuff. They also have a final tap ability, I believe. Or no, they have rush. They have a rush ability too, so that's always fun too. The rest of the characters, they're kind of good, but like, we're just sort of getting to that part where these characters have been out for a little while. Maybe you've picked them up on tickets, or you've got some luck here and there. As to the limited pool step, this limited pool step is actually very, very good. Like, very, very good. The only thing I don't like is that it is 15 characters. Like, if I could argue, I would say, like, hey, take off Uta, take off Burgess, take off the female Lauren Beppo character, take off the Momo unit, and then probably take off, I don't know, like Nami or Jinbei or Robin, like someone like that. But at the same time, like, they do have to make this pool a little bit more diluted. They don't want to give you too good of a chance to pull the new character, but at the same time, like, Roger Rayleigh Gaban's a great pickup. Crossguard's a great pickup. Kaido and King are a great pickup. The Sulong's a great pickup. Like, you have a lot of very good characters here. The super limited step, again, I just wish that this was the anniversary characters, but like, we can't exactly argue too much. Like, I don't like that Jinbei's there. I don't like that Momo's there. I wish like Cross Guild was there, but it is what it is. You can't, like I said, it is what it is. And then finally, you have the limited pool step. You have a 1 in 5 chance of pulling one of the new characters, 2 in 5 chance of pulling either of them, and then the rest of the characters, like, you just, like, you can't go wrong here. Like, if you do the 30th step on part 1, like, man, like, it's a lot of multis, but at the same time, like, there's not a lot you can be mad with pulling any of those units, especially if you're missing all these characters, man. Like, very, very good step, and like, all of them are great for dupe potential as well. So part 2 has Luffy. Part 2 honestly is a bit of a stinker, I'm not gonna lie. The upside to part 2 is like Odin, Kinemon, and Denjiro are great and all, but again, they're not super needed. Their PvP super special isn't super fantastic, but it definitely can rock some socks in the free spirit based builds. Problem with this step is the rest of the anniversary characters they just suck asshole. Blackbeard never took off. He had so much potential and they just did nothing with him, unfortunately. Odin and Toki definitely seen their time. Like, slashers are starting to sort of decline a little bit, and what Odin and Toki are doing for that slasher team, it's just not there for what it used to be. Like, the resistance buff is nice, but it's not something that you would prioritize over stuff like class efficiency, effectiveness, territories that Shanks has, conditional buffs, and all that sort of stuff. Zoro's definitely fallen off. Zoro's fallen off the planet. He was very, very good. I used to love that Zoro a lot. He has great damage potential, but now he's just nothing. If you're a newer player and you're missing Luffy, or you're a mid-game player and you're still missing Kid Luffy, he's going to be a good pickup. But if you're an endgame player, like, and you've been missing Kid Luffy forever, like, you're not missing out on much. Like, he's a very, very, very good character, but he's so restricted to, like, that mid-game echelons and helping out those players beat hard content rather than actually, like, being a good character for everyone. So, like I said, it's a downfall compared to part 1. Like, even the Sugofest characters suck. Like, Garp is ass, Kuzen is ass, Zoro is ass, Dofi Sugar is ass. Like, all these characters are ass, man. Like, just, like, they can see play, don't get me wrong, and they're still good. If you're a Sugo, like, you're a good character, but, like, if we're comparing them to other Sugos, like, they're ass, man. They're ass. Limited Step, like, Kobe's pretty much the only one that could argue. I think I didn't talk about Kobe. Kobe's the only one I can argue for most players because, like, he has Grand Voyage potential. You kind of need him for that Whiskey Peak one where you have to run a VV, so he can be used there, but at the same time, like, that content ain't going anywhere. It's like, eventually, law of big numbers, Kobe will come to you, so just be mindful of that. Moving into part 3, though, part 3 arguably has, like, the best part because you're not in a part 1 step, with the sense that you don't have to risk a recommended character, but also the anniversary characters are super, super stacked. Like, Kaku and Lucci do seem better out of the 2 characters, but you will have to wait, obviously, 2 days for this part, but you have it all the way up to April 11th to actually summon regardless. Big Mom Katakuri are fantastic. Obviously, they have the captain shift just like Kaido and King, Roger Gabon, and Odin Kinemon Denjiro. The upside to these characters, they're immune to blowaway, which is super annoying. Like, if content throws blowaway at you, it's probably one of the most toxic mechanics in the game. It just totally screws your entire run up, and you just can't really come back from that. Unless you bring a character to get around it, just like Big Mom Katakuri does. Great for Driven, great for Powerhouse, fantastic orb manipulation. They allow Super Tandem through similar slots. Like, they are a phenomenal anniversary exclusive characters. Do not get enough praise. Plus, in PvP, they're demons. Like, they are so tanky. They have a revive. They're super special. If you pick up some dupes here, it's going to go so hard, and it's going to make your defensive teams and your offensive teams, like, super strong. Roger, like, bro, Roger's got, like, one of the best super teams in the game. He's a EXP captain. He's a belly captain. He's a fantastic unit all round. And because he has super tandem, like, picking up dupes is not going to be too bad. Luffy's still one of the best PvP characters in the game. Like, you're not going to see too much play in regular play, but he's definitely, like, a phenomenal character to get dupes for PvP. Ace and K-Dad, look, they kind of suck, to be honest. Like, especially Ace. Ace is so bad. K-Dad hasn't seen too much play in recent time, but at the same time, like, he's still a very good unit, removing attack down, great in PvP and stuff like that. And the waifus are a sleeper unit, man, because the waifus have a level limit break. So if you guys don't have waifus at level limit break 5, picking up some dupes here is not bad. They're fantastic in Rumble. Like, they're demonic in Rumble. And on top of that, their regular play, it's so valuable. Like, so valuable. They give cooldowns. They give cooldowns to start the quest. They remove paralysis. They remove attack down. They heal. They give color affinity, like a massive color affinity buff to Free Spirit and Strikers. Mainly Free Spirits, but, like, they do help out Strikers a lot as well. They're just a phenomenal character. So if you guys are missing them or don't have them level limit break 5, like, picking up some dupes here is not too bad. As to the other characters, like, the Giants are great. The Sword character is pretty good in Rumble, like, very, very good in Rumble, actually. As to regular play, not so much, but you also have Kid Killer, who's a sleeper unit, and you have some other fun stuff here, too. So if I was to say, and then you have the rare recruits here as well, which is pretty much just all of the rare recruits of the last couple months, but if you were to ask me, should you summon, as I mentioned, the short answer is no. Like, the reason I say no is because, like I said, anniversary is, what, less than 3 months away, or roughly 3 months away, and this is just a glorified end-of-month banner, and if this was an end-of-month banner, the character wouldn't really be coming back for another 3 months anyway, so it basically just, like, perfectly aligns up with what the regular end-of-month banner is actually doing. On top of that, it's available till April 11th. Like, these characters, they're out pretty much all the way until a month before anniversary, and then, like, if you've gotten that far without them, you can just wait a month. Like, I don't understand why you wouldn't. On top of that, we will have that treasure map banner that will be anniversary exclusive. I'm 99% certain that we will get at least one more anniversary exclusive, and that banner will have a lot more value for your stone or gems. I've been playing too much Dokkan. Have too much value for your gems because you'll have that new anniversary exclusive character who will arguably be better, going off, like, the track record of the game, than these two characters. Like, Crossgear was better, Sabo was better, so you could spend your gems there, pick up some of those extra dupes for like Roger Rayleigh Caban and stuff like that. You could pick them up over there, or if you're missing some other anniversary exclusives, you could get them on that banner, have some boosters for treasure map and do well in treasure map, which I know a lot of people struggle with, and then you could pick up these two characters on the regular anniversary. So like I said, short answer is no, but if you were to summon, or if you just want to summon, if you're like myself and you kind of wait for these types of banners to just sort of itch the scratch, if you know what I'm saying, then I would probably say, as an endgame player, part 1 does seem to be the juiciest. Like, part 1, like, the first 10 steps, or getting up to that, so those first 10 to 12 steps, 15 steps, is very, very good. Hell, even throwing, like, 3 multis at the banner and just guaranteeing yourself a Sugofest exclusive and just trying your luck for some of these illustrious anniversary exclusives. Like, if you manage to pick up anything in the top row, in the first 3 multis, like, that is an astronomical W. Like, astronomical. Top of that, you have, like, Halloween Uta, the Sulongs, who are pretty new as well. So you could definitely try your luck there for 3 multis. If you guys were looking, obviously, at getting Luffy Lucci, and you wanted Zorakaku, like, someone on their parts, throw a few multis there. But if I was to say anything, like, part 3 is, like, infinitely better than part 2. Like, I do know some people that are, like, missing, say, like, more characters on part 2 than they are on part 3, so, like, that's going to have a little bit more value for your account if that's the case. But say, for example, you're missing all the characters in front of us, then part 3 is just infinitely better than summoning on part 2. But that's going to wrap up the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, but like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys are summoning today. If you are, best of luck. Most importantly, if you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.